Ciao, sono Antonella Bona, presidente della EAWBC, European Association of Women Band Conductors, ideatrice di Let's Meet in Music, e ti do il mio benvenuto in questo spazio ricco di curiosità ed informazioni. Let's Meet in Music nasce dall'idea di proporre una video rubrica che tratta il kaleidoscopio degli argomenti musicali in un illuminante approccio alla materia. Gli appuntamenti avranno cadenza quindicinale e spazieranno dalla medicina legata alle necessità dell'artista ad argomenti che tratteranno aspetti relazionali e comportamentali di gruppo tra direttore e complesso musicale, oppure ad appuntamenti specificatamente e strettamente musicali. Siamo felici di avervi ospiti e vi invitiamo a lasciare un vostro commento propositivo per ulteriori tematiche da trattare insieme a voi. A presto e buona visione!
Hello, my name is Ana Zão. I'm a musician, a researcher, and a medical doctor. I'm the director and founder of the International Center of Arts Medicine, a pioneer medical center in Portugal dedicated to musicians and other artists. I'm also a physical and rehabilitation medicine specialist, specialized in performing arts medicine, in pain medicine, and in sports medicine. First of all, I'd like to thank the European Association of Women Band Conductors for the kind invitation to share some ideas concerning musicians' health problems. And so, who already had or knows some musician who already had pain or some health problem related or aggravated by playing the instruments? In fact, health problems are highly prevalent among musicians and may significantly impair musicians' performance and quality of life, sometimes leading to the end of musicians' career. They can experience a wide range of health problems, including musculoskeletal, neurological, auditory, cardiorespiratory, dental, dermatological, and psychological conditions, which may be the result of some aspects of musical activity or may impair it. Pain and other neurological and musculoskeletal symptoms are the most common health complaints experienced by musicians. The 12-month prevalence is around 86%, and in some studies it can go up to 97%. However, the specific health condition and the etiology and location of the pain or problems vary by instrument. Some examples are epicondylitis and other tendinopathies, myofascial pain syndrome or muscle contractures, orofacial and temporomandibular pain, embouchure disorders, postural changes, nerve compression syndromes like carpal tunnel syndrome, musicians' focal dystonia that can be an extremely disabling problem, among others. Well, considering band conductors, neck and low back pain are quite common due to prolonged standing postures, as well as shoulder pain caused by repetitive movements of the upper limbs. They may also present headache, tinnitus, or visual changes, which may be a result of muscle tension and imbalances or other problems. The sustained exposure to high-volume sound may diminish hearing acuity, impairing the ability to hear pitches at certain frequencies. And although pain is a frequent complaint, musicians may also describe other symptoms related, such as weakness, fatigue, burning, cramping, numbness, stiffness, tingling, muscle tension, sensitive changes, involuntary movements, and lack of fingers and embouchure control. Anxiety, stress, exhaustion may also be present and should not be neglected. And when these disorders happen, and if they are not properly or early addressed, musicians frequently develop anxiety and depression related to the functional disability associated to the physical problem. And usually is described a sensation of frustration as musicians feel progressively more unable to play the instruments. The literature regarding band conductors' health problems is scarce, and most studies focus on instrumentalists' health. However, band conductors are also prone to develop disorders as posted below, and it may impair not only their well-being when conducting, as well as may indirectly affect the performance of all musicians they are conducting. For the other hand, band conductors should not only be aware of their own potential health problems, but also understand the physical, psychological, and technical demands to which the musicians they conduct are subject to. And why do musicians often develop health problems? Well, as we know, to achieve a performative high level, musicians need to study several hours a day for several years. Some factors have been associated to the development of musicians' health problems, although literature is still scarce. Recent studies have focused on potential predictive factors of playing-related pain and functional disability, such as biomechanical risk factors, perceived physical environment risk factors as incorrect or sustained posture, bad ergonomic conditions. The instrument weight and size, average number of hours played, length of rehearsals and performances, lack of rest breaks in rehearsals and individual practice, repetitive movements, instrumental technique and pedagogical style, insufficient warm-up and cool-down, technical flaws, pressure from self, from peers, from educational and professional institutions, also lack of exercise and sedentarism or poor nutrition or hydration, vitamin deficits and hormonal changes, particularly in female musicians, competitiveness, personality traits, among others. Some studies also showed that delayed or poor injury management significantly impairs the prognosis and predisposes to other injuries. So, the first aim is trying to prevent these problems. And how? Well, engaging preventive programs specifically designed for each musician and modifying these potential risk factors. But when some of these problems happen, what to do? Well, it's crucial to search for specialized health services as soon as possible to perform a holistic evaluation in order to establish the correct diagnosis and treatment plan. Therefore, depending on the specific problem, the medical doctor specialized in musicians' medicine will define the treatment plan, which may include some medical interventions, an exercise program, individually prescribed ultrasound-guided interventions, performance optimization and ergonomic considerations, some physical, occupation or speech therapy modalities, pharmacotherapy, among others. Well, and I'd like to end with a thought. Similarly to athletes who need specialized medical care in sports medicine, musicians also need specialized medical care in performing arts medicine, since most disorders developed by musicians are related to musicians' performance or may impair it. Besides that, there are some problems, such as musicians' vocal dystonia, that are only noticeable when the musician is playing his instruments. Therefore, the medical approach should include performance evaluation and optimization, otherwise important problems will go unnoticed. Thank you so much for your attention.